Hello, rockers. How you doing today? On this episode, I just got a rock. I painted it white. I think I only put maybe one thin coat on it, maybe two. I'm gonna leave it white. When you go to the store, when you first start out painting, you can go and buy these trays. And I'm only gonna paint this painting with these two brushes. It's just like I don't know. You can buy this and buy like a little flat brush. And the colors I'm going to use are just normal colors. I got a million of them, so I'm just going to use these. I'm going to use just plain yellow, a bright red. The closest brown I could get would be real brown, black. The closest green I found was Fiesta green, but that's the closest green I have to real green, white, and a blue. True blue. The closest blue I have too. And these are the only colors I'm going to use to paint this rock. And this is the only two brushes and the paint tray and the rock, of course. I won't even use I have a cheater thing where I can put my rock up on, but I won't use that. I'm just going to, this is what, if I would go down and buy something, this is what you could get. So what we're going to do is going to put some paint in first. You can go around and put the paint in if you want. Of course, I didn't shake it up well. Make sure you have paper towels with you and a thing of water. Let's clean this up so I don't want that oily paint in there. And I just have like a cup of water. I use regular tap or not tap water. I just use bottled water because I have well water where I'm at, and well water for some reason messes up my paint. I don't know why, it just does. Maybe it's too acidy or something. We'll put a little bit of blue there. One drop of blue there. I'm going to use white. Put white here. Put a little white here. Mix it with the blue. You can get a mixer. I just use the back of my brush. We're just going to mix this blue up and the white. Now this blue is way too blue for me. So I'll just take a little bit of the blue and mix it down. It's still too blue, so I want to add some more white. So we're just going to add a ton of white. I'm trying to get really light blue out of it. I know it's a waste of color here, but I want a really light blue, and that'll work. And if that's still too light, I'll just take a little dip of, if it's still too light blue, I'll just take a little dip of this darker blue I had and mix it in here. Just to make it a little bit darker. That'll work. Then we can mix this up. Make that that's good. Okay, on green, we'll do the same thing. We'll move over a few, just put a little dab of green. Just a little dab. Then take our white. Put it in here. And we got to lighten this green up way up. I want to barely see the green. I'll show you why in a minute. That might be too dark. It might be too dark. So I'll just take a little more white. Take a little bit of that green and mix it in with the white and make it lighter. That's pretty good right there. And take some brown and do the same thing with brown. Just a tiny drop of brown. These colors are so bright, so dark colors. We want to mix them down. Just put a ton of white in there. Seems like a long process to do, which it is, but to get the effect on the rock I want, I think you'll really like it. Funny thing about that is I think I got it too light. So what we'll do is just drop a little bit of brown right next to it. What we're going to do on the rock, now I got paint everywhere. How did I get paint on my hands? Okay. Take this brush here, move all our paints back so you can see it. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of brown, put it over here and mix it in the old mixer. A little bit of really get this really watered down, so when you paint on it, but don't put too much water. I make sure it knows water on your brush right here. It'll drip down and mess your painting up. Anywhere in here, we're just going to put tree trunks. Of course, I am really shaking today. I'm just going to throw tree trunks in here. They don't really matter where they're at. This is just the distance. Looking in the background, seeing these trunks. This is just the very background of the painting. Look like it's coming down a hill here. Put them anywhere, any which way you want, just to throw trunks in there. Then you're going to take the lightest green you got. Make sure when you do that. Lightest green you got, that light green we did, and take a tree trunk or a tree. You can pick any one you want. This rock is a spinny rock. I don't like that. And we're just going to start at the top and put little dabs. And if it's too dark, go to your, or too light, go to your next color, a little darker color. If you can't see it, just go a little darker. We're just going to dab it in there using the side of the brush. When you do it, you lay it down like this. I'm just going to start at the top and work your way down. I use a little darker green so you can see what it looks like. I'll go back and forth with lighter green and darker green. I mean, you can make different trees however you want to do it. This is how I make my background trees. I just dab it in. Yeah. And you start at the top of the tree, and you just work your way. When you work your way down, make the branches wider and wider. You don't have to go all the way to the bottom if you don't want to. You know, just put like one dab at the top and go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or whatever. Now, you don't have to do them straight across. You can do them on angles like this. Move my paint thing over here so you can see it. I usually go straight across, but you can, you know, do them on angles too. However you think the tree goes. You don't have to put branches on every one either. You can leave spaces because every tree is never the same. It's almost like a fingerprint, unless they're naturally grown, but most trees are all different. I just want a background color, that's all, basically all I want to do. A background. I might add some more paint here in the background just to blend it in a little more. But that's all I wanted for that. Now what we're going to do is take that fan brush, or not fan brush, it's a flat brush. It's just probably, I don't know, maybe it says a number 8 on it, but I don't. And all we're going to do is we're going to take some of this brown we used, the light brown, put it on the brush or whatever, and we're going to look here. We're going to say right about here, we're going to put a little cabin in. So we'll just come down. We're going to just put in the outline of the cabin. We won't do the roof in brown, but we'll do the side. I'm going to bring it down. And this is just showing me where the cabin is. Now what I'll do is I'll let that dry. Because if you don't have a fan, I bought this fan. If you don't got a fan like this to dry, I won't even use it. I'll just try to let it dry by itself. That's why it takes so long. On that blue we did, I'm going to take the lightest color blue I have. The blue and white I mixed. It's really light. And we're going to just go over in the background and put some color in on an angle. Just to get rid of that white. Put some blue in. Go across the front a little bit on the side. Come across, come up. That's just like a background color. It's not just what you see in the trees, under the trees and all that. What you can do is take a little darker blue and right off the corner of the house, just come down a little bit. If it's too dark, we'll leave it. You can always get rid of it. If you look at it and say, wow, that's way too dark, that ain't what I want, you can let it dry, or you can just take pure white, which I don't have on here. Put some pure white down. You can always get pure white, just add a little bit to the brush, and you can just go over it and make it lighter. So now it ain't such a dark reveal. But I want mine a little dark so I can see the... You can always go back and fix it. We're going to make it a little darker by the... like a shadow coming off of the... off the building here. It's like a little shadow. A little shadow on the side of it. Now in the building, what we'll do is we'll take the dark brown, we'll paint an even. This video might be a little long, but I'm trying to show you that you can paint really good pictures with just normal colors. You can really blend them in and make any color you really want. On here, it don't matter if it's perfect, because you can say, well, cabin's 100 years old. Well, back 100 years ago, they didn't have really... I mean, they used like cups of water and everything else for leveling. And on the front side here, we can just darken it in a little bit. And darken it in underneath here. Just show some dark here. If you wanna, you can take a little bit dark, come down here if you wanna. But we ain't gonna do it that way. Under here, I want it a little bit darker on one side, so we'll make it a little thicker on this side. So it looks like you're looking underneath the eave of the roof. And on the roof, with white, or actually we'll go with the light blue. We'll go with the light blue, and we're just going to put a roof in. Just going to put it here and pull it across. What light blue does, it helps conceal what's in the background, because if we just did white, we'd have to paint it a million times. So we're just going to put the light blue in. We don't want to go all the way to the end. You want to try to pull this angle of this house on this side. So if you look at the angle of your brush, just pull your brush over to here and go upward. That if you don't want to use the big brush, do a small one. It's probably easier with the small. Just figure out the angle, just pull the brush over like this, and that'll be the angle of this side of the roof. I usually make it a little bit more on an angle. I can't see it, so I'll pull a little darker blue like this. And I usually extend it over the roof. Have the roof overextend the building so you can see it. And what we'll do is, even on the top, I'm going to put some darker blue just so we can see the top of the building. So we can always get rid of the color, if you don't like it, the blue or whatever. On the building, we're going to take the brown, the dark brown, and we'll just mix it in over here with that other lighter color we had. And you have to figure out already by looking at it that the back side here is the dark color. And what we're going to do is just going to come across, and we're going to put in logs. We're going to go all the way up. It don't matter if you hit the roof. See how I hit it in white? Well, I'm a little shaky today, of course. Of course, what day ain't I shaky? And that's fine. We can always go over the blue. On the back side, we'll just take a little bit of that lighter color and mix it in. We're just going to go across and make little lighter color logs than the front, than the side that's being shadowy, or the back side where the sun don't hit. You can throw some darker color in here, like in between them. Just throw some darker logs in here, in the spots where the lighter logs where I missed. I'm just going to go quick and paint all this background in. Like that. And what I'm going to paint come down the side here. What we'll do with the black is get real dark, or not black, brown. I do have black. Actually, we could do that. Let me grab some black. Let's get some really dark brown. We'll put a little bit of black in here. Grab some dark brown and a touch of black and mix it up on top. I'm going to make the brown really dark. We'll use the dark color and we'll go underneath the eave and we'll make it a little darker. If you want, you can just go right to straight black, but I'll just do it this way to show it a little darker on that side. And you can also throw some dark ones in here. I'm going to go pretty kind of quick on this painting, but you can take your time and really do it really well. Now what I'll do is on the side here, I'm just going to a little bit over, make it look like logs on the side of the house. Now if the roof looks like it's not far enough over, just make the roof a little bigger. So what we'll do is I'll just start at the top and I'll just thicken this roof out a little more. I'll just pull it out farther, like that. There, now it's up over my logs. We don't really care. I can always put snow. I'm going to put snow on that side anyhow. Same thing with this side. We can just put dark logs here. Almost do it in black, but you can just put a couple dark logs here. You'll mix them in. You can do dark logs on this side. Then take your lighter color and just blend it. Put some lighter color in it. We're going to put some doors, windows in on top. Just pull it down. Put a little, use black. Just make a small window. take some white and just throw some white on the sill, just to outline it a little bit, like there's a window there. We can put a window in here too. Put another window here if you want to. If you want to, you don't have to even use on the dark side, you can use the darker blue and just put a little highlight around the window, like a little bit of dark blue, like snow fell and hit. Put it on the bottom of this one too, like snow hit the window. To go that route. You can also, if you wanted to, put snow on the ends of on the ends here. Just put a little dot here and there. It'll be like the ends of the logs. We're going to put a door in. Same thing, we'll just put a door. Pull it over. I'm using the side of the brush to paint the door in flat-wise. See how big you can make it? You can pull it over pretty good. Same thing with the door. You can put in a little lighter blue on this side since it's the shadowy side. What you can do is just on the side here, just hit the logs, like there are logs coming across. Same thing on this side, just to show that it looks like a door. On the back side here, we'll take and we're going to put in logs that stick out. So we'll just throw in a couple logs here, just to make it look like a log cabin. Go back to the roof if you want to, because we're going to have to paint over that brown I messed up. If you want to get rid of the brown, you can go with a darker blue. And we'll just throw some darker blue in there. Make it look like it's shadows. You can go from side to side if you want to. I'll just leave that like that. On the side, we're going to go with a darker blue again. On the far corner, we're just going to put a line. Just a line of blue. Now, I'm going to take the light blue. We're going to just put it in here. Put a little, I think I'll pull this down and make it look like it's on a hill. It's a little too dark for me. So I'm going to pull it back with some lighter blue. Do it that way. Maybe there's a mountain right here. I'll try to cover up that big crack in the rock. I'll go uphill. Like there's a hill going up. That's pretty good. We want to put some white on the roof, but the roof is still wet. So what we'll do is we're going to take some of a dark brown, get our brush. I'm going to have to put some water in the paint and get it kind of watery, but not too watery to where if you put it down on something, it ain't going to run all over the place. What we're going to do is we're going to put some fence posts up. We're going to run it down this hill, but I want to run it down the back side. We'll put a little one right here. And we'll get them a little bigger and bigger. And we'll come right across the front, away from the house a little bit. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put another hill in. So that's too dark of a blue. I want to put another hill in here somewhere. Like right here maybe. Cover that up. Put a hill in right here. That's better there, just to show there's something there. Go back to our brown. Keep coming with the fence posts. And we're going to come down the hill. We're going to stop. We'll have another one right here. And it looks like it's gone beyond the hill. And that's cool. We're going to go up up the hill, then we're coming back down the backside. So we have to put a little bit of, what we're going to do is we're going to do fence posts. So all I'm going to do is just run, not all the way to the top, but almost, and just come to the bottom of the hill. You ain't going to see it much by the cabin, but once we put highlights on it, you'll see it. Put snow on top of it, and you'll be able to see the top of the fence post. Just going to wrap it down around and stop it right there. And we're going to put another layer on like this. Why I didn't put one there is because there's a hill there. It's blocking the fence. I'm going to put something in the front here, but I'm not going to do it just yet. I'll do that. The very last thing I'll do is do it the last thing. You can take, why I did it in a blue in the background on the ground, so when we put white over the fence, if you had a white background, you wouldn't see the white of the fence. Like the snow on top, and just real lightly dab, like just in certain spots on top of the fence, like there's snow. You just have to get a real minute of white. Put too much on, that's fine too. You throw some on the bottom, just a little bit of dab of white here and there. just to show there's white on or snow on the fence. That's fine. It's fine right there. And if you want to, you can, if you can't see the posts or whatever, you can put a dab of white on the top of the post. Just by the house so you can see it, maybe even bring it down like it was wind. That's good there. We go back on the roof. So we got to get that done. So let's throw just pure white on the roof. And what we're going to do is I put it on both sides of the brush. We're going to start at the top. We're just going to pull it down. So we'll put it at the top. We'll just pull it down. If we go beyond the roof line, that's fine too. It's like snow's coming down, drifting over. Actually makes it look better. See, I went over too far. That's fine. You can just pull it down like just a snowdrift hanging over the roof. You can leave those lines on there if you want to, or you can just blend them all in, make it look like shadows in the snow. That's perfect for the roof. That's all I'm going to do. You can take a lot more time if you want to. You can outline it in black. I don't really like doing that, but you can take some white and throw a dab of white over this blue on this side to show that there's snow. You can just a dab of white. And it looks like snow on the top. You can add snow here. You can go across the top if you want to, across the side. That's all I'm doing with that one there. On the side here, we're going to put some trees. You can put some more pine trees if you want to. Just put like a big pine tree leaning over here. Or you can just put a regular tree. I might just put a regular tree. We'll go with a little darker color. We'll just go with the brown. We won't mix black in it. We'll just do the brown. And we'll start on the hillside here. And we'll come up here and we'll just say, like right here, we'll put a leaning tree trunk. Actually, you know what? I think I will put a, nah. I was going to do something different, but we'll just put a tree in here, make it all goofy looking. Put as many branches as you want on it. I'm just showing you what you can do with your paintings. You put many branches as you want on it. Dead branches, smaller branches coming off the side. And on this side, they're all going to be hanging different, so we'll bring them down. And if you can't see it, you can get the black and make it darker on this side. So you can see it coming off of the roof because we're picking up the paint on the roof. So we'll just use black real quick to show you. But usually you can do this when when the paint dries. But that's fine right there. You can let that dry. If you want to, you can put another like tree here. Put a little dead one coming up here. Or not dead, it's just that all the leaves fell off during the snow and all that. However you want to do it. We'll just leave that there. What I'm going to do is with the front of this is I'm going to put in the other part of the fence. So I'm going to take the brown, I'm going to water it down a little bit so it flows a little better for me. And what we'll do, say like right here, put a big fence post in. We're always going to pull it towards you. And we'll spread it apart a little bit. We'll put another big one in right here. You see how it comes down? So when you're painting on a round rock, you want to pull it towards you. Kind of hard to do, so I'm really shaking today. We'll grab another one here. We'll do a top right there. And you can make these thick as you want. And we're going to start way over here. We'll pull it, put a top in. We'll thicken it up once we get there. Pull it and stop it at the hillside. And you're going to grab another one, start about the middle, and just pull it, stop it at the hillside. And these all don't need to be the same because they're basically just cut logs put in. I'm just showing you, trying to speed this up because I imagine this has gone a long time. I don't know how long this is already. Probably quite a while. You can add black and do like on the back side of here, you could put a darker color on your posts coming down. It's kind of hard to see in this light. Maybe I'll turn my light up a little more. You can see, brighten up the painting. I just don't like painting in real bright colors, or really, I don't like it too light. I'd rather have it darker so I can see my shading on everything. You can take a darker color brown, add some brown to this, and we can make the posts like they're weathered. Just throw some different, don't have to be all in the same spot. Just throw some, you can even do it on your post too, make it like it's weathered. They don't have to be brown, a solid color. You can also take the dark blue and put it right on the top of the log. Let it come down over like this. You don't have to be in the same spots. On your posts, you don't have to. I'm putting the post across the front of it and the posts are in the back. You can have them where the posts are on this side and you would stop here, leave the post, go down and keep going. I'm going this way just to show you. Go like that. And if you want to, you can put a little bit of dark blue on top of the post, like there's snow on top of it. And you can do a lot more with it. I'm just showing you how. To me, that's pretty good. What I'll usually do on all my paintings is I sign it, but I am going to use my cheater. I'm just going to flip it up, and I'll put it down here, and I just put WB for William Baker. And I sign all my rocks the same. And I always flip my bottom part down. And that's it. But the rock really turned out really good. Because when I polyurethane it, my signature will be under the polyurethane. I usually put 3 coats polyurethane on it. I hope you like this. If you did, please subscribe. It'll really help my channel. Really like this one. This one came out pretty cool. But you can take your time and you can put more snow drifts in and put snow in the cabin. A little bit going in the doorway, maybe a little path coming down. I just did this just for the show you how to do it. You can darken up the trees in the background if you wanted to. Let's lighten this up a little bit so you can see it better. But I think it turned out great. Thank you for watching. Share, like, shoot me a comment. I always appreciate comments. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.